Okay, we'll get a little more practice changing to vertex form, and in example 5b, I'm just going to change this function that's in standard form right now to vertex form. So this one's a little bit different than in example 5a though, because you notice this negative here, I have a negative x squared. And again, in order to complete the square, I need to have my a value being 1, not negative 1. So I guess before I do anything else, I need to divide both sides of my equation of my function by negative 1. And that gives me negative y over here. So that's kind of weird. But it'll work out better. It'll work out fine in the end. Negative x squared divided by negative 1 is positive x squared. This will be minus 12x plus 5 right now. And to complete my square, to change to my vertex form, I need to figure out what this number has to be after I complete the square. I take b divided by 2 and square it. b is negative 12. Divided by 2 would be negative 6. Squared would be positive 36. I need this number to be 36. And right now it's 5, which means I need to add 31 to both sides, which gives me negative y plus 31 equals x squared minus 12x plus 36. All right, well, x squared minus 12x plus 36, that's a perfect square trinomial now. It's x minus 6 squared. And to get y by itself, I'm going to subtract 31 first. But I still have a negative over here. Negative y equals. I need what y equals. So divide both sides of my equation by negative 1 to get y by itself. Now over here, x minus 6 squared divided by negative 1 is negative 1 times x minus 6 squared. Negative 31 divided by negative 1 is plus 31. So the fact that I'm dividing by negative 1 here does not change what's inside my parentheses. It just changes my a value in front. Y equals negative x minus 6 squared plus 31. And you can kind of double check a little bit here too, because in standard form at the original, my a value was negative 1. Keep in mind the a value in standard form and your a value in vertex form are the same. All right, so we did a little double checking there. If you're kind of thinking through some of those steps, some of those extra questions, even though I didn't ask you here, my vertex would be 6, 31. The axis of symmetry would be x equals 6. And the y-intercept, coming from my standard form way back here, would be negative 5.